What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Invade, and we are back with another video, man. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to smack that sub button and become a part of the family. If you guys have been here in my Noti gang, man, y'all already know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let's go crazy, man. I'm not going to hold you guys here long. You already see first name. If you see this, subscribe, so go crazy. I have literally created the best possible build in a small forward category or position, or whatever you want to call it. I have literally created the best possible build, and I know this because I'm already using it, and this build go crazy. So I'm finna show you guys the build. Okay, now the one that I'm using, I changed just little things about it, and I will show you the difference between it, and then we can go from there, right? All right, so let's get into the video and go further. So first thing you want to do is going to make your character 6'5". You're going to make him 175, and there's two differences in this, okay? And I'm going to show you the differences, all right? If you go to 6'10" wingspan, you can get chase down block at silver. If you go the 6'8" or 6'9" wingspan, you get unpluckable at gold. That's the difference. You as a person, or as a gamer, or as whatever you are, have to decide which one is more important to you. Do you want to have chase down, or do you want to have unpluckable at gold? You decide that. At the time, I was messing around and didn't realize that at 6'9" that you could get unpluckable. I probably would have gone with unpluckable at gold versus having it at silver, especially with how good steals are. But unfortunately, I was not paying attention to that, so I went with the 6'10" build and have chase down, which I do get an incredible amount of blocks. But yeah, there you go. There's the difference between it. So if you go 6'5", 175, 6'9", you get unpluckable gold. If you go 6'5", 6'9", or 6'10" wingspan, you get chase down silver. Okay, those are the differences. All right, so let's go into the build. So first things first, if you've been playing this game, now that we've been playing long enough to understand, let me just put this up so it's 99. Now that we've been playing long enough to understand what we're dealing with and what the game is going to be like and what meta we're in right now, here's what I've come to understand. Now this can be different for you guys. It could also be something that you don't think is right. Again, this all comes down to what you guys think, okay? So for me, what I've realized is that when you're driving in, more often than not, there are blocks that go crazy. If you have a lock on you, let's say you're isoing, you have a lock on you, even if you get by the lock, 9 times out of 10 you get blocked unless they jump. You bait them, they jump, and then you go up, and even then, by that time, there's usually somebody who can rotate on you and still end up getting a block. So that's been a problem. I'm not gonna say it's been a problem, but more so that's just what's been going on in the game. Blocks and defense is really good this year. Steals, you already know the drill, are really good this year. So with that being the case, I decided driving layup should be a 70 and driving dunk should be a 70. This is because it allows you, if you go on a fast break, to get a free dunk or whatever without necessarily having to fly and do all this type of stuff. But posterize and all that stuff, it's happening, but it's not nearly as prevalent as what it was last year. As a matter of fact, I would say you might get a posterizer every 1 in 10 games, and that's even with trying to do the contact dunk animation with you holding right stick down and trying to get that dunk animation. So with me, I was like, nah, I'm gonna take these points and put it somewhere else. So what I did was decided, like I said, 70 layup, drive and dunk. I put my mid-range at an 82. Now I was trying my darndest to find a way to get blinders to gold, because blinders, if you get your mid-range shot to 88, blinders goes to gold, and then it becomes more of a problem that you can use as far as like being able to just shoot off it and not really have to worry about people messing up your shot from the side or getting some type of contest from the side with blinders. This really all comes down to it, and I'm going to show you guys like you can mess with some stuff, but for now this is what I ended up going with, because I still end up getting more than enough open shots on this build, so I really don't have any issues. Okay, now this is the funny thing, right? I know y'all probably looking at this and saying like, yo babe, your pass accuracy is 71, like why the heck would I want that? All right, I've done all my research. I've done NBA 2K Labs, which if you guys aren't subscribed to them, go subscribe to them, because they do a lot of stuff working on badges. And I also went to NBA 2K Toots, which is like a tutorial guy who shows like the difference between passes and things like that. Here's the funny thing about passes, right? Pass accuracy, if you don't have bullet passer, if you have a 25 pass accuracy and somebody has a 97 pass accuracy or a 99 pass accuracy, the speed of the pass is not different. It's not different at all. In fact, the only time the speed of the pass gets different is when you add in bullet passer to it. So, you know what the pass accuracy does is it allows you to not throw errant passes. So like if you're throwing a long pass, the chances of you throwing a pass that your teammate can't catch goes down tremendously as long as you have a higher pass rating. That is the difference, right? So if you're playing in the half court, you really don't need to be worrying about throwing an errant pass. If you're playing in the half court with a 70 pass accuracy, that's pretty good, or a 71 pass accuracy. You could actually even take this down to a 70 and free up another one if you wanted to put it somewhere else. I don't know where you would put it at, but you can mess around with it, right? The important thing here, I think, is that silver bullet passer, which I've been using on all of my builds that I've created outside of my point guard, is a phenomenal badge right in the middle that gets the passes where they need to go without any issues. Having pass accuracy at 71 or 70 or whatever, which you really could go to a 70, allows you to still get that bullet passer at silver. Gold and Hall of Fame are still good, but do you really want to waste that many points on that? Probably not. So with that, unless you're playing Pro-Am or you're playing Rec, in which case you want to have Hall of Fame bullet passer as a point guard so that you can dot people in the corners. It just makes sense, okay? But since you're not doing that and you're playing in a half court in a 3v3 scenario, you really don't need a Hall of Fame bullet passer. So with that being the case, pass accuracy at 71 is where you want to go. Now, ball handle 87, the reason why you want to do that is because at 87, you get unpluckable at gold. So you want to make sure that you have that, because we already know what the steal meta is. And word is that even with the buff to unpluckable, that there are still people spamming and getting steals. So you want to have unpluckable as high as you can possibly get it. All right, speed with ball, you want to have it 89 because you want to be schmooving with the ball, obviously. Perimeter defense, the reason why I have this at 85 is because you get clamps at gold, and you really don't need it at Hall of Fame in this scenario, so you're pretty fine. Now, this is where you can play around with it as well. If you guys want to mess around and try to get blindness at gold, your steal is where you can mess around with it. Now, we know that the steal meta is crazy right now. Lockdown meta is crazy, right? So having your steal at a 96 allows you to get pickpocket Hall of Fame, and it also allows you to get what's the thing I'm looking for? What's it called? What the freak is the pass thingy where you can steal balls? I can't remember. Interceptor. I'm so stupid. Interceptor Hall of Fame. It allows you to get that too. Interceptor Hall of Fame is pretty crazy. Now, block I have that at 67. Now, here's the thing. Chase down at bronze, from what I'm seeing, again, like this, I'm saying, I made a build, and my build I have it at silver, but for what I've been watching people play, chase down at bronze is really, really good. So you should be able to get away with chasing down people and getting blocks at bronze. The great thing about this build as well is that your intimidator is at silver, so it allows you to still get that intimidator proc to pop up on people that causes them to miss shots as well, which is really good. Also, you can mess around and put some other badges into menace, or even put it into ankle braces, or even put it into hustler, which is also a really good badge, because anytime you get a steal, it almost guarantees that you pick up the ball after you get a steal, which is big, because I can't tell you how many times that I've gotten a knock from a steal and then they just pick the ball right back up. So I'm actually, when I go back to my other build after I make this video, I'm actually going to put hustler on and probably take off what is this called, ball stripper. I'm probably going to take that down and put it on hustler, because I don't know if I necessarily need ball stripper, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so that's what that allows you to do. Now, your speed, acceleration, and stamina, you can max that out with if you want to. You can even go down to like an 85 stamina if you want to. You can even take it to a 99. It really doesn't matter. I feel like even with gold handles for days, you're kind of doing good as far as stamina. So I don't know if you necessarily need a 99. You probably could take it down and do some stuff, but for just the purposes of the build, I left this at a 99. Okay, and then your vertical 70, because you don't need to be jumping out the gym with the driving dunk of 70. You just need to be able to get to jump a little bit for blocks and to be able to get rebounds just off of jumping. Now, I know the offensive rebound, defensive rebound is like 0 right now. You're probably like, you're not going to get any rebounds. That's a lie, because if you have a high vertical, your guy jumps and actually goes for the rebound, and you can still get them. So you might get boxed out, which is going to happen every now and then, but you still can definitely still get a rebound. So it's nice to have it up just a little bit. Now, obviously this build is a park oriented build, okay, because the free throw is down, right? So I would not use this build in the rec center or Pro-Am if you're deciding to try to do that. Now, if you wanted to mess with that, the simple thing for you to do is to literally just drop this down 1 point, because speed is really expensive, and then just take this up, and all of a sudden you have an 83. So that's the simplest thing to do if you want to use this as a rec build. You add on gym rat, you get your +4s. It's 96 speed, 95 acceleration, 74 dunk, and you're already, everything else is already good. So there you go. That's your simplest way. Obviously, if you wanted, you can even mess around. You can go deeper. Drop this down to 90, right? And then mess around. You can take this up to, well, obviously you can't really do anything. Let's see what happens if you take this down to maybe No, it's an 86. I don't think you can get it any higher than that. You probably could if you go all the way down here, maybe 87. Nope, you couldn't. You still can't do it. So you'd have to drop this a little bit lower. I guess you can drop stamina down to like a, yeah, you can drop stamina down to like a 92, and then you get blinders at gold. So there you go. 90, 90, 70, 92 stamina, and there you go, and you have all your stuff exactly where you want it. You can even take this up, and now you have blinders at gold. So there's ways to mess around with some stuff, and obviously, like I said, if you want it to make it a rec build, you know how to make it a rec build. If you wanted blinders, then obviously you just gotta take something else down, right? Maybe you take this down too, because you don't need it anyway, and then you take this up. And that's a 50. So you still have to mess with some other stuff. Maybe, I don't know, drop block down one because it doesn't take it down anything, and then you take this up. You see the point that I'm making though. You just have to mess around with some stuff. Your bigger ones are going to be your physicals, because if you mess around with your physicals, those are going to be the ones that allow you to do other things. Your 3-point shot is going to be a big one too. So if you drop your 3-point shot down, you take this up, and then all of a sudden you have a rec build. You can even take this down to an 87 because, oh no, it needs to be an 88. And then there you go. But you can even go down here. Let me see, where does it go? Nope, never mind. So yeah, you just leave it there, and then that's where it's at. It's 90, and this is a pretty much rec build at this point, and you're doing good, right? This is you playing defense on the outside perimeter, not really worried about the inside. 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Like, there's a lot of different things. I probably created 3 or 4 different builds literally in this. This is how you do the builders to be able to make it work in your favor, to be able to cause the things that you want to do. And the great thing about this, right, is with your pass accuracies, you get your ankle breaker at gold. You only need bailout at silver. I mean, at bronze. You don't really need it at anything else. Still have your handles for days, your space creator gold, your hyperdrive. You still have your quick chain at gold, your quick first step at gold. Like, I think you actually have enough badges. So 5, 9, what is this? 13, 17, what is this? 21. If you want an unpluckable at gold, 26. You add in 4 badges from whatever college you go to, then you get quick first step at gold, and you have all these badges, right? You have them literally all done at this point. And that's without adding in bullet passes. So, and that's of course, that's if you decided to add in all of this. Of course, people like to mess around with their badges. Some people might take ankle breaker off and be like, I just want to use hyperdrive and quick chain. Like, there's a lot of different ways. It depends on how you want to play the game, because bullet passer is important, and it definitely depends on how you want to play the game. But it only costs 3, so it's not a stupid amount of points to be able to get it. You get the point that I'm making. You guys just mess around with it and make it look the way that you want it to look for you. I'm not gonna do a lot of editing in this video. This is live and direct. I'm really not gonna do a ton of editing. I'm just gonna let it drop, and that's gonna be it. So yeah, shout out to all y'all that's been watching the video. This is the best possible builds that you could make in the small forward position, depending on what you're trying to do. Okay, y'all already saw in the video from the earlier what I did is to mess some things up, mess around with some things. So there you go. This is it for you. You're welcome. If you guys are finally gonna get into the game, there you go. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm about to go test out this game and see what the update did. Peace.